This deep dive is brought to you by Softek, the premier provider of digital banking solutions. Okay, so let's get into it. Imagine the Sunday morning problem. It's what, 8 p.m. on a Sunday?
Yep.
And a longtime member, is completely locked out of their account. They're panicking. They call you. Now, if you're running a financial institution, you're faced with two pretty terrible options.
Right.
Option A,
Yeah.
you staff an internal contact center 24/7, which just, it burns through your budget like crazy.
Unbelievably fast. Or option B, you outsource. You send them to a generic call center.
And we all know how that ends, don't we?
Oh, yeah. The member gets someone who's just reading from a script. They have no idea how the banking platform actually works, and they basically become a human answering machine until your team gets in on Monday morning.
It's the classic rock in a hard place.
Exactly.
You're forced to trade costs for your reputation. But today, we're looking at a third way, something that claims to solve this exact problem.
We're talking about Softek's 24/7 live chat service.
Right. And their core promise is, well, it's pretty bold. They say they can close this capability gap that just plagues traditional outsourcing.
And that phrase, capability gap, that's everything. Because usually when you outsource support, the agents are just flying blind. They can say, I'm sorry, but they can't fix anything.
Because they don't know the software.
They don't know the software. But Softek flips that on its head because they aren't just some support vendor. They're the ones who actually build the digital banking platform.
Now, that is a huge distinction. So you're not getting a generalist trying to figure out some niche banking app.
No, you're getting agents who, technically know the product better than some of the internal staff might.
Okay, but knowledge is one thing. Let's dig into the technical side, because that's only half of it. The other half is, well, permissions.
Yeah, and this was the most interesting part for me. Normally, a third-party support team is completely walled off. They don't have the keys to the castle, so to speak, for security reasons.
Which gets us right back to that human answering machine problem. I'm sorry, I can't see your screen. Please hold for someone who can.
Exactly. But here, Softek's agents have direct, secure access to the admin tools. They can see the user logs. They have visibility.
So if a member says, I'm seeing error code 404, the agent isn't just guessing.
They're looking at the exact same data your internal team would be looking at.
But wait a second. Giving an external team that level of access? That's got to ring some alarm bells for IT departments, doesn't it?
You'd think so, but it works because it's all inside the Softek ecosystem. It's a controlled environment, and, this is critical, they have a seamless escalation path. Meaning, if an issue is too complex or it needs a manager's override or something highly sensitive, they can hand it off to your internal team instantly. They're not replacing your team.
They're just filtering the noise.
That's it. They handle that, say, 80% of routine stuff, password resets, transaction questions, so your internal experts can focus on the really complex cases.
And that gets you to first contact resolution, right? That's the metric everyone's chasing.
Precisely. You're not just taking a message, you're resolving the issue on the very first chat.
Okay, that all sounds great in theory, but what about the data? Are people actually, using this? Is it changing user behavior?
The numbers are, frankly, surprising. The financial institutions using this are seeing anywhere from 5% to 25% month-over-month growth in chat engagement.
25%. Month over month.
It's massive. And here's why that really matters for the bottom line. This is the key takeaway for anyone managing a P&L.
Okay.
Every single chat session that solves a problem is one less phone call. And phone support is by far the most expensive channel you have.
So you're deflecting traffic to a much cheaper channel.
You're deflecting traffic, you're making users happier because they're getting instant answers, and you're getting operational savings. The ROI isn't just in satisfaction.
It's in reducing that cost to serve.
Yeah.
And what about implementation? Is it a huge IT project?
No, that's the thing. It's described as a low hurdle. It just integrates right into the mobile app or online banking because, again, it's native to their own platform.
And they use post-chat surveys to keep track of quality, right?
Right, they do, so you can actually see if that outsourcing fatigue is an issue.
It really feels like a no-brainer for any institution already in that ecosystem. You get a team that feels internal because they have the tools.
But it scales like an external one. It actually solves the Sunday morning problem. You get the 24/7 coverage without the crazy overhead or the angry members.
So if your support queue is what's keeping you up at night, or you're just bleeding money on phone calls, you should really check this out. Join their webinar and see how it could work for your institution.
Definitely worth a look. And I'll leave you with this one thought to chew on. We talk so much about the human touch in banking. But in a digital-first world, does the user really care who is helping them, whether it's a person or a bot, internal or external? Or is speech resolution the only currency that really counts anymore?